Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and some fantastic high dollar sales headed out of the mountain.
Mountain Man, Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a reseller in Montana. I go to garage sales, I go to estate sales, I go to thrift stores, I go all over the place. I buy stuff and then I sell it again online. Mostly that happens on eBay. And for anybody that's watched this channel for any amount of time, you know that I don't mind selling low dollar stuff, the smalls, if they're easy, right? It's got to check a few boxes. It's got to be easy to list and to store and to ship, preferably quantity listings. And we have some of that actually that has sold here in the last couple of days. But we also have, and it came in like a 2-day period or even a day and a half, a little segment in here where we sold multiple high dollar items. And so I think that's the best way to run eBay for most people, for those like me in an area where it's very hard here. It's a small rural area. For, per capita, there are quite a lot of either resellers or collectors or people that have booths, people that have actual brick and mortar physical locations. People, there are all sorts of people out there at these sales. We don't have that many, and everybody is at them. And so it becomes very difficult to source here. Even when you drive. I drove an hour here recently, and we'll talk about that actually coming up. Some of the solds came from, I drove an hour to go to an estate sale. And while there, I saw multiple people from here in town went to that an hour away. I saw another lady from an hour the other side. Actually, it would have been farther. She'd have been about an hour and a half or a little more away. They've got a vintage clothing store in town. They've got an actual building in a city near here. She was there. I mean, it's very tough to source out here. And so I think the best way to make this work for me and for a lot of people out there is to have a mix like I do. I sell the small stuff if it checks the boxes. I sell that, people call it bread and butter. I call it meat and potatoes. I sell that stuff, the middle of the road, the $10, $15, $20 sales. I live off of those. Those are the ones that pay the bills, right? But when I can, I also pick up that higher dollar stuff, because when that sells, that really helps. Then you get to go out to eat. Then you get to go out for a nice dinner. And so I like having those sales. Here in the next just about 15 minutes or so, you're going to see we had multiple high dollar sales all come in just a couple of days. So let's take a look at those. Love this pile of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that I love to sell. And it's really neat. We combined sort of all the things. How about a duck? Let's do a duck. Why not start off with this little quacker? This one going out to Timothy. And I don't know if you're a viewer and or a reseller, but I like to thank everybody that gets a duck just in case. So Timothy, thank you so much for picking up a duck. You got to get your ducks in a row if you're going to sell on eBay. Now, we got some other stuff too. This guy, an old Tonka Jeep. I got this for $1 at a sale. This was when I was on the road in Billings. Got this with my sister. And this is from the 1960s. Really cool. It's got the windshield that lies down, and it's in beautiful condition. And this guy sold in really just a couple of weeks or so, I guess. $19.19 plus shipping. We've got back here, this I just got this past weekend. It's a VTech digital audio monitor, a little baby monitor, and still new and sealed inside there. I actually got this for free. I bought something else. You'll see when the video comes up. I bought a couple of other things, and I said, hey, if I get these, will you throw in the monitor? He had $5 on it, and he said sure. And so we got that for free, and it's sold actually an international sale, $36.32, Great British pounds. We've got, these guys actually go together. We've got the little rolling horses. This is Imaginext. and it's for their castle. So we've got the horses, they got wheels on the bottom, so they roll and they can joust, and we got some knights to go on them. And so the knights and the horses, pretty nice little sale. I accepted an offer of 15 bucks plus shipping. We've got a video game going out for the Nintendo 3DS. It's a Lego Batman 2, and that one's been sitting around actually in my drawer for a little while, but finally has moved out. $4.99 plus shipping. Not real big, but that's okay. This I picked up just on Saturday. 50 cents is what I paid for this. You can see it's the Raccoon City Police Department. It's from Resident Evil, and it's the badge. It's on leather, just a prop replica. I was pretty confident that this would do okay, and it sold, like I said, really quick. $18.56 plus shipping. We've got a cassette tape. We're checking off all the boxes of the random stuff that sells out of the mountain. This is the kind of stuff that I sell, and it all sold over one day. Kind of cool. Back to the Beach, the original motion picture soundtrack. This actually sold here just this morning, but we're sneaking it in. $9.98 plus shipping for that. How about here? Godzilla. This is a big Godzilla figure, guys. This thing's huge. I'm going to have to find the right box for this, and it's actually going internationally as well through eBay's new international program. $14.71 plus shipping. I think I bought him for $1 about 3 weeks or so ago, and it's going to Nicaragua. I'm pretty sure that's the first thing we've sold to Nicaragua, so that's pretty cool. Sticking with pop culture, we've got Mermaid Barbie. Picked this up on Thursday of last week at an estate sale, and Mermaid Barbies tend to do pretty well. I paid $7 or $8 for this. I paid up, but that's because I knew that it would do well, and it sold very quickly. From 1991, she's still in her box, and she went out on an offer that I sent out, $41.95 plus shipping. And then sitting right below her at that estate sale, Michelangelo. You can see here, this is unpunched, guys. So that means, like, that's where it would have hung on a little hook at the store. So this never hung on a hook at the store because the little cardboard piece is still in there. That's unpunched. And so you can see this is, I mean, this is 80s. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's a 10 back is what you'll see. That simply means the original 10 characters are shown there on the back. And this is in very nice shape. There's a little wave on the corner, and that's it. I paid $10 for this. This is actually the reason that I drove. I drove an hour to get there, and I saw him and 3 of the other turtles sitting on a shelf. And I was pretty sure they weren't the focus of the picture. They were actually taking pictures of the Barbies, and this was sitting underneath. And they had, I don't know, 20 pictures or so, and this was way deep, 15 or something. It was deep in there, so I'm hoping, maybe a lot of people didn't see it. And maybe it looks like it's a fairly priced sale. Maybe they didn't put a lot of dollar value on it. But I drove for an hour just in case. Wound up about 5th in line, was the first up the stairs, because you could tell it was up in an attic or up in a upper room because of a slanted wall that was the roof. And so I could tell, okay, that's upstairs. So I headed right upstairs. We got all 4 $10 a piece. And we got, from Michelangelo, $140 plus shipping. Turtle power indeed. Gonna take me a bit longer to pack today. You guys know I love the easy packing stuff. I'll do the harder packing stuff though, especially if there's good profit in it, and we have some really nice profit today. Here we've got the XX Supercross figure, Justin Cooper. I think we've got, I don't know, 2 or 3 of these left. The quantity listing on this, $9.89 plus shipping. We've got a vintage pin going out. There's a forklift. Pretty cool. And that went on an offer that I sent of $8.44 plus shipping. Over here, video game. This thing went in a couple days or so, I think. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot is a good name to watch for on these PlayStation games. I picked this out of a box. I got a PlayStation 2 box. At least it was mostly PlayStation 2, a couple PlayStation games in there, but a PS2 box, $5 for the whole box. And so we had games. There was a unit in there I've got to test still. There was a Guitar Hero guitar. We're going to make a lot of money off of that box. $5 for the whole box, and now we are in the profit thanks to Crash Bandicoot, $15.79 plus shipping. We've got a Game Master screen for a Star Wars role-playing game. You can see there's all the different weapon information, all the different charts, and paid $3 for this at a garage sale a couple weeks ago, and it sold pretty quickly. I think $34 plus shipping for that. We've got one of our patterns. This a stand-up pattern of a lace church. So you can see originally it was $30 whenever this was first purchased. $30 was what I paid for all of them, actually, for a big pile. They're nowhere near all listed yet or even gone through, and we're well into the profit already. And so this 100% profit, $15 plus shipping for that. Now we've got some of our Coke girls headed out. All three of these going to the same buyer. You can see her. She is Sweet Repeats with Coca-Cola. So we got Sweet Repeats. We've got, come on, in harmony with the spirit of Coca-Cola. Pretty cool. And the third, got the hat going on there. Pause and Linger with Coca-Cola. So the three of those, all of them with their certificate of authenticity, like I said, going to the same buyer, and all in $73.57 plus shipping. Now, we also sold a lamp. I'll tip her over so you can see her in there. Kind of a Tiffany style dress on the bottom. Very cool lamp from Bradford Exchange. And it's going to be a little bit of a pain to ship because this, the finial, the top of the thing, it doesn't come off. This is all one piece. And so it is going to be a hassle to ship this thing and make sure that it gets there in one piece. But she's super valuable. She is super rare. I believe mine was the only one listed anywhere. And she sold for $191.36 plus shipping. So $191 and change plus the ship. That's all profit on our Coke buy. The best news, got one more of these lamps. So now I can post the second one. When I've got something very rare, I tend to only post one of them if I have quantity. And that preserves the rarity. You know, you don't want it to look like there are multiples out there. There's only one available. I've got it. You better get it. And so that's what we did with her. I'm not looking forward to packing that. And then we've got two more turtles. Both of these going to the same buyer. If you remember, we paid $10 a piece for these at an estate sale. And the other day we sold Michelangelo for $140 plus shipping. These I took an offer on because the buyer bought two. And so we came down a little bit, $125 a piece plus shipping. So $250 for the two turtles. But you can see unpunched there at the top. All of these were unpunched. We've got Raph, and then we've got Leo as well. And I've got it done. It's Hello left, but unfortunately, he at some point the bubble came off, and the guy tried to basically use Scotch tape and tape the thing back on. So the card is still unpunched. But the bubble was detached and then reattached with Scotch tape. So it's not in great shape. I'm not sure on the value of it. We'll see. We'll see how long that one takes. But fantastic flip on the turtles. Very excited. I nearly forgot, actually. We got one more. I forgot to move it over here onto the table. A set of 5 Roscoe is the brand. Let's see if we can find one. I know it's it's upside down, but R-O-S-C-O. This is the good one in here. The really long one. People look for that double. It's for stuff that's really stuck in there. It's the double fister so you can get that thing out. But these are pretty desirable. They take a little while, but we've sold, I think, maybe 3 sets of these already. This set of 5 going out for $19.19 plus shipping. All right, just a couple going out today, and then that lamp I've got to actually ship today. The order came in late, so I didn't have to ship it the other day when I showed it to you. I had to go get some more packing peanuts to help out with that thing. I don't normally use them, but for something like that, I think it would be helpful. So I went and got some of those. So that's going to get packed up and sent out today. We've got a patch, Lady Rider, for I guess a vest or a jacket or whatever. I don't mind what they do with it. $6.98 free shipping. Not a whole lot there. This one's an international and a repeat international buyer. I think they bought another one of these patterns. This one under the mistletoe, McKenna Ryan. And McKenna Ryan stuff seems to do okay. This is a quilt pattern. Pretty cool looking, I think. So, and then there's your fabric list. It's got the pattern in there. Apparently when it originally sold, it was $10. And I sold it for $4.70 plus shipping to Australia. Here we've got a Tootsie Toy, old Ford red cab pickup truck. I think there's supposed to be a trailer on the back there. I had another one of these that I think we've already sold. This is $7.98 plus shipping. Here we've got a old Indianapolis Colts hat. This one's been hanging around for a long time. Finally found a buyer. Another, just a small dollar sale here. $11.13 free shipping. But all of this stuff is like super easy to ship. So easy money. We do have a couple of nicer sales here. This one, Disney's Little Mermaid from the 90s. The little figure here, especially with the new movie coming out. That helps the value on this. But I think it had some value beforehand. Anyway, got this at the estate sale where we got the Mermaid Barbie and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all of those. This another international order, $34 plus shipping to Canada. And then we've got this one. Try to get your focus on, there we go, on the logo there. Old Dooney and Burke purse. And this sold on, I think it was an offer that I sent out, $34.56 plus shipping. Okay, and we're packing up. And I had another one come through, so I figure let's add it in the video. Let's add it in today's mail. 1983 Care Bear, Bedtime Bear. This one sold on an offer, $12 plus shipping. So nice mix, right? Like that is, like I said in that first segment, this is what we sell out of the mountain. If you haven't watched us before, this set of a couple days of sales, really good exemplar, I think, of this is the sort of stuff you'll see if you watch this channel. You know, that little small dollar stuff, the middle of the road, and time to time, some of those higher dollar things. And it's the things I like to sell. You know, the smalls, the toys, the hats, the cassettes. You know, I like selling this stuff. It's cool. And the vintage thing, keeping those memories and collections alive and growing for people. I think it's cool. So tell me what you like to pick up. You know, this, like I said, this is stuff that I like to sell. What is it that you like to sell, and maybe why? You know, why is it that you like to sell that stuff? I'd be curious to see that, and I think other people would be curious in the comments down below. What is it that you might sell anything, but when you find it, you get excited because it's the stuff that you like to source and to list and to sell. Well, curious to see what that is, guys. If you're not subscribed, by the way, it's right there. Subscribe, hit the button, hit the bell. That'll let you know when new stuff is up. And again, like commenting and hitting the thumb, that helps us out as we work to grow. So I appreciate you so much. See you next time.